I also picked up recently and then just put together this Eastwood bumper stand. And I think for the price, this thing is awesome. Super heavy duty. I can't believe I waited this long to buy one. Monday night tickets.
So like, we're gonna go because like they did play a bunch of bangers.
Yeah. Heard that he was the opener today, yesterday, right? He was pretty good.
Gonna then be like, nah, it's not gonna work out. But, and then he would steal their stuff, and then. I'm so glad BMW wipers just don't seize on really.
I know.
Oh shit. Smoke. Oh, there we go. Logo on over there.
Oh, that's nice. That's nice. Yep. Yeah. On all of my other projects, I do have a local paint supply store that it does carry PPG products. So I've been using PPG Shopline products. This time around, we're gonna go with these Eastwood products here. Huge shout out to Eastwood. I really do love them as a company. It can be really hard for a lot of people to even get their hands on base coat and clear coat due to, you know, federal regulations or where you live, or just in general, it might be hard for you to be able to get paint supplies. So being able to have a website that has everything for automotive refinishing is literally awesome, because there's really not too many companies out there doing that, and I'm really glad that Eastwood is one of them. A cool thing about Eastwood, they do have a whole system on their website that allows you to type in year, make, and model, or a VIN number, and be able to find your specific paint code for your vehicle. They also have pre-made colors that you can even choose from too if you are trying to do like a cool custom job. So for this job in particular, we're going to be going with the crimson red paint that the vehicle came with from the factory, because I don't want to paint door jambs and under the hood, and I'm not doing a complete color change. So we are going with a factory paint code that was able to be looked up on their website. Their factory paint code did come back saying that it needs an undercoat, which would be like almost like a 3-stage paint job, where you would have an initial base coat of, I believe this is like a silver color, and then you would be painting the crimson red, which is the red, and then you would be clearing over that. So it is kind of like a 3-step process here. I'm not really sure that the silver is absolutely necessary, especially because we're going to be painting over an already red car, but we probably will give it a shot just to try it out and make sure that we get even coverage all the way across the car. But we do have the OEM Select Reducer in slow form for the base coat, and we also have their 4-in-1 Premium Show Clear with their hardener. So this is what we're going to be giving a shot on this car today, and I don't think it's going to be an issue. I think it's going to turn out really good. We're going to be doing 1 coat of this undercoat that they supplied, and then we're going to be doing however many coats it takes to get good coverage in the crimson red. Third and final coat of base coat. Let's go. All right, so here we are, 3 coats of base coat on here. Still has a little flashing to do before we start on the clear coat. So far, this is about 30 minutes after the last coat of base. We're still gonna give it probably another half an hour before we start on clear, just to make sure all the solvent's gone out of the base coat. But it looks pretty good. There's definitely a few mistakes here and there. Of course, there's going to be a lot of dirt on the flat panels here, the trunk, roof, and hood. Was fully expecting that, but it looks pretty good. The color's good. It's orangey. It's red, but it's definitely got heavy orange tones to it as well. But I think it's going to look really good once we get the clear coat on here. The bumper came out really nice. Else, all the little parts came out good. So let's jump into the clear coat. We're going to be using Eastwood's 4-in-1 Premium Show Clear. I've not used this before, so we're going to mix it up and give it a shot. We're going to be shooting it with our DV1, same air cap, same 1.3 tip. So let's mix it up and get it going. Here we are about 2 hours after laying down the 2 coats of clear. So it's probably still slightly tacky. You can see there's no shortage of dirt in the paint. But overall, pretty damn happy with how it came out. The actual panels look really nice. The Eastwood clear lays out really nice and smooth. Here's the hood. At least no more rock chips, I guess. There were still a bunch of rock chips that I actually missed, and they're still over here, so I mean, whatever, not a big deal. Plenty of dirt in here too. I'm gonna have to go through and either just knock down the whole hood with 1500 and polish it out, or we'll see how it looks once we get it out in the sun. But there's still, like I said, a decent amount of dirt in the paint, but I mean, overall, it still looks really nice. Crimson red is the paint code, paint color. You see it's red, but it's definitely more on the orange side, so it's got like a pretty good orange undertone to it. So we're gonna get to doing a little unmasking. And in the midst of all the painting going on, I forgot to unmask the headlights before clear coating it. So, not a biggest deal. I do have a little bit of clear coat left over. I used almost an entire gallon of this 4-to-1 premium show clear here. There's like a little bit left in here. It'd be enough to do the headlights, a couple of coats on the headlights, but did hammer almost an entire gallon on in about 2 coats. I'm going to be replacing the headlight brackets anyway because they're broken where it holds the bumper to the fender, so I'm going to take them out and clear them off of the car. I was really hoping with this project that I wasn't gonna have to wet sand and buff almost the entire car, but I still haven't quite gotten down a really good off the gun finish yet. So there was a couple of spots that came out really, really smooth, and then there was a couple of other spots where maybe I was a little bit lighter on the um, clear coat, or I was a little bit too far away from the panel, and they just kind of ended up with a little bit of extra texture. And so I just ended up kind of wet sanding with 1500 and 3000 grit, probably like 90% of the car. I didn't do the front and rear bumpers. I didn't do the rocker panels. Anything really close to the ground, I didn't really bother with. But you can see here the tailgate, the doors, the quarters, and the hood all got 1500, 3000, and then 2 rounds of compound and a polish. I was really hoping I didn't have to do this because it did end up adding about 6 hours of time to the project, which that is in addition to the 24 hours that it took to actually paint the car. So it was about another 6 or 8 hours in just wet sanding and buffing. But it did really make a big difference. The car looks really nice with a nice flatter type finish like this. I didn't go all the way down to totally flat, so there is still a little bit of texture here and there. But that's good because I didn't, you know, typically you would put a lot of clear on the car if you were going to wet sand and buff, so I didn't want to go too crazy. I wanted to try and leave as much clear on there as possible.
Get or something, you send it to me finally? Jesus Christ.
And then it's just been getting later and later. Give it a good flip. Yep, perfect. Just keep it like that. Okay, I'm going to come towards me just a little bit. I thought that the you're okay with it not coming out perfect, then I really suggest that you try and do it. Even if you don't have a garage, you can paint it outside. Just try it. You can wet sand and buff your way out of a lot of really bad paint jobs. But for this one, I think I can finally call it done.